Okay, there we go. Hey everybody, welcome to Torchbearer, the Oathkeeper's Demesne.
Oh, oh God.
Who's this Demesne?
Oh, do you have the stream open too?
We've done terrible things.
Yeah, no, the domain. So hi everybody, I'm Eric. I'm the game master for this game. I'm also going to be the facilitator and producer of the show. Welcome to my channel. Enjoy, hang out, say hi. So this is episode 3 of our game. We have a little bit to cover, but so I think, and we haven't been playing for a couple weeks because we went to TwitchCon and stuff. So how about we just go around, reintroduce who we are, what we're doing, or I guess who we are, and maybe then we'll talk about our beliefs, instincts, and goals through the prologue, and then get started again. Right? Great. So let's start, or let's go around clockwise. So let's start with Steven.
Hi, I'm Steven. I play games on the internet sometimes. You can find me at Silent Osiris just about everywhere. And do you want me to talk about Ahab Barbosa, Eric?
Yeah. Who are you playing today?
Yeah, I'm playing the character Ahab Barbosa, who is like the pirate captain of the pirate ship that we totally crashed against the rocks of this land and shattered and destroyed and drowned like all of our men. And now he's leading ostensibly this band of miscreants through the wilderness to try and find terrible things. He worships the gods of the deeps, and he is I'm a cleric. Yeah, I do remember that. Amazing.
Nice. Yes, awesome. Yeah, and we'll come back and we'll see what Captain Ahab's beliefs are and stuff like that, and talk a little bit about that in a little bit. So in the meantime, let's just keep rotating around, and let's talk to Naja. Hey.
Hi, I'm Naja Oathkeeper, aka Tristere.
I know.
Hi. I am having an allergic reaction to some dogs right now, so if I sniffle and snort, that's why. And I am playing the stalwart Ermintrude Underbeard, who is tired of carrying everybody's shit, but nobody else will do it.
I think that's a very elegant way of putting it. We'll see though. Yeah.
I mean, that's been my. Also, if I catch some rats in the street, we have to box. That's what's up.
For sure. Cool.
Hi, I'm Andrew, and today I will be in the role of Isensi, the ship's navigator slash weird space wizard. Yeah, and they haven't done very much that is useful yet, but that's okay.
You have a map.
We got a map. Yeah,
We'll see.
I know where we've been.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about what our characters' beliefs are. So if you've just joining in, you're like, what the hell are we doing here? We're playing a game called Torchbearer, and Torchbearer is a game that's in the Luke family, Burning Wheel family tree of games. And if you're familiar with any of those, then you know that beliefs, instincts, and goals and stuff are a huge part of the game. They're kind of what drives our characters in our story in a very big way. So let's take a quick moment and review what we have for our characters' beliefs, instincts, and goals, because before we begin, we should modify that, because if you want experience and you want to try something new and you want to encapsulate what you want to do in today's session in that sort of mechanical way, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So, do we all remember where that is in our character sheets? Looking around, everyone looks confused. I don't know if that's true.
Okay. I found it. Here's my belief. Yes, my goal. So we need to do like. Did we do XP at the end of last session?
We did do XP at the end of last session.
So like new goals potentially.
Yes.
Like I need to write a new one.
So we will forge new goals.
Yeah. And instinct.
Should we also quickly maybe recall what we're doing and where we're going right now? Would that also help?
That would help.
Well,
Maybe prologue first, then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that. Goals. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that first. So the prologue is actually a mechanical part of this game, everybody. If you are hurt, if you have a condition, it's a chance to alleviate a condition. If your nature, which is one of your stats that can help you on various roles, if that is what's called taxed, so if you've been using it and it's getting drained from you, You can recover a point of that instead if you don't want to recover a condition. So the only stipulation to saying the prologue is that if you did it last week, it's recommended that you don't do it this week.
So I'm out.
Indeed.
Oh, but it's hard this time because we've been gone so long.
I know.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
But I don't need any of the mechanical benefits, so it's on you now, Jay.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, aren't you still fresh?
I'd lost fresh because we
Oh
got
yeah,
super
the
thirsty.
cycle.
And
Got
that's
thirsty.
All right. So here's what happened according to Ermintrude. So we had just crossed the bridge, if I recall correctly, and encountered some rats. Ermintrude, believing herself an accomplished fighter of sorts, led the charge into battle. We were thoroughly routed by said rats. We lost a lot of our things and fled into the woods, where we encountered some strange druidic symbols affixed to the trees. Ermintrude doesn't believe in magic, so she was like, whatever. We regained our stuff, found a cave, and were surprised by a strange, I believe it was a man, who, according to Ermintrude, is the source and the controller of the rats. Ahab Barboza has some other ideas about this, but we all know he is very crazy. It was the rats. That man controls the rats. I don't trust him. And I can't quite remember where we were going next. I think we were trying to climb Spider Peak.
Yeah, we talked to the guy, and he we talked him down from his threat, right?
Mm-hmm.
We found out that there's a spear buried beneath Spider Peak.
Yes, and we want to go reclaim that.
And then he was also like, oh, there's a great glacier atop Mount Arak that would wreak devastation across the lands if it were to melt. It's carefully guarded. And we were like, who gives a shit, bro? Damn.
Unless there's treasure in it.
Yeah, exactly. We got to build a ship.
Exactly. Yep. The only other thing that I think that was notable was that we started last session going to a little hermit's hut.
Yes.
And she was some kind of fey witch type person, and she needs to sacrifice this goat in order to keep the forest safe or something.
Keep herself safe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could have sworn that was the previous session.
That was the preview. Well, we
arrived at the end of the previous session, and then...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got there, team.
Remember, she had weird bugs. That was it.
Yeah.
Yes. And goats are delicious, so that's what I remember most clearly.
Yes. Perfect. So that's a quick little recap, a little refresher there. So go ahead, Trist. You can feel free to go ahead and either alleviate your condition based in recovery order. Let me check your character real quick to see.
I just got exhausted right now.
Okay. Well, then in recovery order, then you have the option of recovering exhausted or recovering a point of spent nature at this point.
Where is my nature?
There's been a bunch of nature.
My nature is quite low too.
Yep. And if you ever wanted to take a look at, on screen, if you wanted to see what the grind happens and what kind of conditions you get in that order, and the order of recovery of conditions, there I have a little handout for you guys.
I think I'll recover exhausted and try to be more dwarf-like, but we'll see how that goes.
Sure. Cool. Okay. Great. So then let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back to our characters' belief, instincts, and goals, and let's go ahead and talk about what they are, and if we have any intentions of changing anything or modifying them in some way. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's start with Eisensee. You know, you're looking very contemplative.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'll rehash my belief and instinct, which are staying. So my belief is that I have seen the darkness that lies beyond the stars, and there is no terror left for me in the world of men. And my instinct is to always map our course through danger. And we are trying to get to Spider Mountain and find this spear that is like in a cave or buried there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I want to make a goal that's just to like get us there. Because
Where's there?
you know what? Actually, my goal is going to be to find an opportunity to cast a spell to the benefit of my companions. Because I have not cast any spells yet. I want to make some magic happen. So that is going to be my goal.
Oh, you always make the magic. You always bring the magic every session, Andrew. But now you can do it in the fiction.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I'm going to hold some door open or something.
Sure. It's an interesting goal, and I just want to ask you a quick question about it. Why is it important for Eisenseed to demonstrate their magical ability? There's nothing wrong with having a player goal like that. That's a fine goal, but I want to know if there's a fictional reason for it too, or not. There doesn't have to be.
He's feeling a little bit like, like, what am I doing here? Like, they haven't really done very much, and there have been all these, like, sick-ass powerful wizards, and no one's taking me seriously. And I just need to be like, yo, I'm the real shit right here, okay? I'm the genuine article.
Of course. Cool.
People need to know how magical I am.
Okay, go ahead and update your character sheet with that goal, and I'm going to update it over here in my own notes. Awesome. Who else wants to go now?
I can.
Okay.
So my belief is that the dwarven halls have cast me out of their glory, but I will make my own glory by the sweat of my brow. My instinct is to never give up the chance to demonstrate dwarven superiority underground. And my new goal for this session is, we were routed by rats before. I will redeem myself by defeating our enemies in combat.
Nice.
I'm good at things besides carrying stuff, I promise.
Redemption through combat. Badass. Nice. Good ones. Okay, and let's talk to Ahab. Steven, what do you
My
have?
belief as Ahab Barbosa is, one day we will all go into the black and deep. One day we will all go into the water. Which I think I'm keeping because it's appropriately nihilistic. My goal for this session is to reach Spider Peak. Objective oriented. And then my instinct is never pass up an opportunity to demonstrate the power of the deep gods.
Okay.
And I would like to remind everyone that Ermintrude has sworn a grudge against rats. So.
Nice. Yep, that dwarven grudge in action.
That is a good reminder. That is one of those dwarven special abilities, and you can't just swear a grudge on anything, right? It has to be important. And when rats cut you off from your packs and your warhammer, for you especially, yeah, now there's time to...
They don't even have thumbs. What are they going to do with my warhammer? Why would they take it from me?
We should probably ask that druid.
That would have been a good question to ask. Okay. So we start. Let's just, I guess, begin. You guys are walking your way through the woods, past. You left that cave and stuff like that, and you guys are making your way to the giant, lone, massive Spider Peak. It's a very, very rocky crag, and it's a little bit of a distance. You're gonna have to hike your way through some pretty harsh terrain to get over there. This isn't Skyrim. There's no little objective pointer giving you guys where to go, other than just this massive mountain. Basically, if you want to go this way, there's a couple routes you could kind of choose to go based on what you want. I mean, there's a small stream kind of going that way. There's no roads that can take you over there, but there's a small stream that's kind of running through these woods. You can avoid the woods and kind of go around some hills. That's an option. Or you can kind of circle back the way you guys originally came in through that misty woods where the hunters were missing and kind of loop around that way. Right now, that's basically it. Or, forge your own path. Maybe there's a way underground, or hire someone to fly. I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys want to do?
I look to our navigator
Yeah.
and see what they say.
So did the druid point out to us which peak was Spider Peak?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Okay.
So here's the best way of thinking about for Spider Peak. Spider Peak sits on the edge of, it's almost like a peninsula of a range of mountains that kind of like juts off, and it's very tall, and it has that sort of like hooked, kind of like talony top, like the mountain in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, it has a very like crooked talony type peak. Snow capped, not snow tapped. Sorry. So it's a very obvious peak.
Cool.
Well, I think I want to follow the course of the water, because I'm going to assume that it is flowing from like this glacier that's in that area, and we can take it towards the mountains. Generally, in my experience, water flows downhill.
It's true. You're not wrong.
It's true. So Ermintrude shoulders. Actually, let me look at my character sheet. I might not have a pack. I do not.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one with a backpack now. And it's
Yeah, because you took it and you put one of those fetishes on it, right?
yeah, we like tore apart a bunch of these druidic fetishes to repair my bag.
Yep.
They're fetishes to the undertree.
Yes. Good memory.
Yeah.
And then, because one of y'all is not wearing a pack anymore, you can take this rope, which takes 2 spots, and you can loop it around your chest. So it can take up 2 chest slots.
I've got 2 spots free on my torso.
So one of the 2 of you should take the rope.
Okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
And then of the other stuff we retrieved, there are some thieves' tools and 2 small sacks that are unaccounted for and that we need to pack up in some way.
Yeah.
Um.
I could belt my weapon, a flail, and carry an empty small sack in my hand. Then I'd have to drop it to draw my flail.
Okay, but then we can have some thieves' tools hanging out.
Yep.
Okay,
And
cool.
I can carry the other small sack in my hand and drop it if I need to wield my warhammer.
Okay.
Great. So fill in your sheets accordingly, and I've removed it from mine. So right now in my pack, I've got torches, my spell supplies, an oil flask, my spell book, tinderbox, and then I'm carrying a map and a lantern.
What am I putting in my small sack? The thieves' tools, or what else do we have that needs to be? Okay.
Yeah. So you just have a small sack, and it's empty.
Okay. Got it.
Excellent.
And since we're going along the creek, I'm going to fill up my skin with water.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a glacial
Same.
creek. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that water.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Ditto.
It's probably fine. It's best water we have access to. At the
It's
very
clear.
least.
It's not fetid, right? Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, cool. And then we're gonna like follow this stream and try to make our way
Yeah.
into the like foothills of the mountains.
So the stream kind of lies in a little bit of a gulch, right? The way it's kind of carving into the rock and earth. You're interspersed with very, very like kind of like rocky gray, sandy, sandstony kind of rock, interspersed with patches of like grass and shrub. A couple like lone pine trees kind of grow up around. So it's very much like very stark greens, very light blues. The sky is clear for now, and these grays, and you're going in the direction of this large looming mountainside. So you're just going to keep going, and I think the first thing that's going to happen is that you guys are kind of going through midday, and you're kind of hoping that the sun is going to be kind of warming up today, but it seems to be looming around and being pretty cold today. You still see the breath of the mist of your breath. A chill kind of goes down your spine a little bit. Your extremities get a little numb. I'm going to need you guys to make a health test. Unless you guys have like a cloak or something that can benefit you here. It's
I do have a
hovering. It's like hovering around freezing.
Brr.
Yeah.
Can I invoke Born of Earth and Stone?
As an advantage, or to give you a trait advantage for this one? Yeah, I think that's very. Yeah, shrug this off.
Okay. So that's going to be my 1 die per session, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so health with an extra die. There we
What
go.
was the ob of this health test?
So this is pretty chilly. I think the ob here would be 2.
Ob 2? Okay.
Yeah.
And do I get like an advantage die for having my cloak?
Yes, I believe they give you cloaks give you a 1 die advantage for cold related or external related health tests. I'm just going to double check to make sure that it's 1 die and not robbing you of anything.
Ermintrude is not phased.
So,
Man,
like,
certainly are not.
as a human,
Mm-hmm.
can I invoke my running to, like, begin jogging out ahead of the group and then, like, waiting for them and then jogging back to them?
It would look that way, but you would still be. It's still a health test.
No, I know, but, like, can I use my running in order to, like, give myself an extra die?
Oh, if you wanted to spend a persona point to use your nature.
Oh, I'd have to spend a persona point for it, right?
Yes.
You know what? I think I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. I've got a 50-50 shot.
Should I have also spent a persona point to use Earth and Stone?
No,
No.
because Born of Earth
Okay.
and Stone is a trait and not a
Gotcha.
nature descriptor. So yeah, if you want to use running as a way to help you with that, okay. I'm willing to see that. I'm willing to see that you're trying to exercise and keep the blood flowing, because I think there's interesting things that could happen. Yeah.
I'm actually not going to. I'm going to keep my persona point for later, and I'm
Yeah.
just going to ride on the luck. Because I've got 4 health, so I've got a 50-50 shot. Let's see. Submit.
Yeah.
No traits.
If you want to burn your persona early, that's fine with me.
Succeed.
Nailed it. Cool.
And so I do get my 1 advantage die, Eric, for my cloak?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Cloaks are pretty good for outdoor stuff.
All right, I also succeed.
Nice. So you guys continue to walk around, shuddering but resolute. Oops. Marcate on the grind here. It's a beautiful, otherwise chilly day, and the first thing you guys are going to come across are a couple men on horseback. It's a male. It's human men. It's going to be a man and a woman. You see them like in the distance. You're about like 1,000 yards away or so. It's like I said, it's a very clear day. They clearly stopped near a pond, like a pool, and they're kind of like refilling their canteens and stuff like that. They're dressed to be sort of I don't want to say cowboys, but they're dressed in very much like a ranging style. You see on their pack you see an elk kind of like on the back of one of their horses, carrying
A literal elk.
yeah, like a like a baby elk, not because it would be larger than a horse, right? But like a baby
They've
elk.
been hunting pretty
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been hunting and going around, and they see you. They have, in terms of like their fashion and style, they look to be like the folks you met and were traveling with early on. They seem to be of the travelers.
So these are well stocked travelers,
Yeah,
unlike us. Yeah,
well stocked is a way of putting it, I guess. Yes.
Unlike
they have like some food, and they
Yeah.
have canteens and clothing and
Indeed.
horses.
do they have cloaks?
Yeah, they're wearing nice wool cloaks.
Hmm.
I'm assuming they have bows.
Yes. You see like a quiver on the back of one of the horses. You don't see their bows probably on the other side of the horse or something, right?
Okay.
But yeah, they're hunters.
And so we're like vaguely familiar with these people,
Well, are you vaguely familiar with all travelers?
like with their culture is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, you travel
them
with
as
them.
a people.
Yeah,
And so I kind of know like how they dress.
exactly.
And do they speak a different language than we speak?
They have a different language, but they do speak the common tongue. Like I said, they're sitting there. They have black hair. They're very pale. Both of them do.
Sorry, I have armor wise. Is there any way I can use that to like see, like estimate their defenses?
Yeah.
Will that cost a tick on the grind if I should do? Okay.
No, that's a good idea. No, just looking them over. Yeah, they're wearing boiled leather. You know, looks to be. It's not the best. It looks to be like they made it with care, but it's wearing down a little bit. They're not tenderfoots. These guys are approximately mid-30s or so.
So experienced.
Yeah.
They have wealth on them.
No, but yes and no. Based on what you could see, and based on what Andrew was saying, right? They're well stocked. They seem to have a lot of supplies on them, but they're not like wearing
They don't
anything.
have treasure.
Yeah, right. There's no sacks hanging off of them with giant dollar bill signs. Right. There's nothing that immediately. There's no glint of coin or something of immediate value or something like that. Right.
I feel like there's this series of camera shots that are like super zoomed in on our eyes, and they're like looking at each other, and there's like eyebrow wiggling.
Yeah.
We try to decide if we're going to do the pirate thing or if we're going to do the
So I
not
essentially
pirate
will
thing.
just ask and just be like, "Well, Captain, do we approach as friends, or do we approach from the shadows?"
We must not lose sight of our ultimate objective. It could be dangerous to take a costly detour.
Or
How
lucrative.
stand we on rations and food?
We have none.
Exactly. These damn rats ate all of it.
I mislike attacking individuals who bear us no profit, but in our current situation, I believe it would be valuable to extract some sort of recompense from them for our earlier travails. Perhaps we could encourage them to part with something of value.
Like a meal.
Indeed. Slice of that elk would go delightful. Is there a clever solution? Something that avoids outright conflict? The memory of those rats is fresh in my mind.
I mutter under my breath. I say I have some experience trading. Perhaps. And I have this hand mirror. I don't know if it holds any value. People like them, but...
Mirror is a rare item. Surely they would look on it as an object of interest, curiosity. If their track takes them towards civilization, they may be able to make more use of it than we.
And if negotiations go sour, then we do the pirate thing.
Yes. Let us bear our weapons at the ready, but approach without them in our hands.
For a second, I look for somewhere to store my warhammer and then just kind of like lower it awkwardly by my side.
Yeah, just don't like level it at them. You know, it's fun.
Yeah, hope not. Okay.
Put it in the casual position.
So you guys just approach?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think as soon as we're within shouting distance, like, could I orate at them?
Yeah, they're considered a group.
Okay, like, I guess I'm going to commit to like orating at them to try to convince them to barter with us. That's what I'm trying to do, to like establish the tone of our exchange as one of trade and barter, but with the understanding that we are a lightly threatening looking group of individuals, right?
And that you would think it's best that you demand that they trade with you?
Yes.
I also have Haggler at 2.
Nice.
So that'll be good once the trading
Okay.
is happening.
What's the obstacle
Excellent.
to like orating to them, being like, Ho there, wanderers. We are weak and weary and demand sustenance. Is there something here we could offer you in exchange?
Yeah, I think that would be a. Let me just make sure I double check with the skill factors here, but my gut is telling me 1.
One? Okay, good. Yep. Deal. I'm not even gonna
They look
get any
weary.
help or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, yeah. So yeah, I stand up and in my loud captain-y prophet voice, I cry out to them, saying basically what I said. So, 4-8, and then that's a 3. There's no help from anything. Bob 1, bloop.
Nice. Perfect.
Cool.
The lady with the gentleman is the first person to respond. Be like,
Is there 2 of them?
yeah, there's 2 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Aye, come forward, come forward. Let's see what you have.
Yeah.
You're a long way from town.
Ah.
You don't have a horse.
No. We travel on foot. It is quieter, disturbs the creatures of these forests less.
I am also simultaneously giving the horses like severe side eye.
Good eating on that horse.
As you guys approach, you're not sure what they say. They say something in their own native tongue or whatever, but you see her elbow her husband and kind of like point to Ermentrude and say something.
I tip my chin up like what? What?
They ignore it. They're like, come.
Yeah. I step within like conversational distance, just walk forwards. And like I'm just kind of like I've got one hand down at my side holding a sack containing something, who knows, and my other hand has my shield on it. And I just sort of like I walk forward keeping my eyes trained on them. Like that steel gaze of the pirate captain. And I stop probably like 12 feet away. And I say, we are, as you see, unwealthy, poor travelers, going about on foot, no less. But we have one curio with us that perhaps we could convince you to take off of our hands in exchange for sustenance on this trip. 3 days' rations, for example, could be of great value to us, and this curio could be of great value to you when you return to civilization. I will let my companion describe its worth. And I gesture to Ermentrude.
Color me intrigued. Let me see it.
So I step up and I pull the hand mirror out of my belt and I hold it up. I don't hand it to her, but I hold it up and I say, we've come across this hand mirror. I believe you humans who like looking at yourselves, this would be very useful to you. You could see the smoothness of the glass, the clarity of the reflection, the excellent workmanship across the back. It's nice. It's a fine piece. And I kind of look at the elk and I say, as my companion has said, we would be willing to trade it to you for rations.
And don't forget that kind of people who are interested in these types of things, ornate mirrors and the like, are often the kind who part easily with their gold.
The husband strokes his beard, ponders. But how many rations? We gotta eat too, but what price are you fetching for the mirror? We are interested.
Well, as my captain stated earlier, 3 days rations would suit us just fine, or something this fine. And you can't say you're wanting for food, and I look at the elk.
That's a good deal.
I mean, like, I feel like the haggling ability would give Ermintrude some sort of ability to know what the mirror is worth, as far as like what we could
That's
ask
true.
for it. So like if 3 days rations is too cheap
Well, and it's 3 days rations for all
for
three
all
of us.
three of us, right?
Oh,
It's
for all
not-
3 of you.
Right. It's
Of
3
course.
days rations, not 3 rations.
See, okay, that's a pretty big difference. So a mirror is an ob 4 worth item. Rations themselves are worth ob 1. These are fresh rations, and you can get 2 of them. So if you want 6 rations, that's approximately an ob 3 for an ob 4, essentially.
It's still a
If you
pretty
wanted
fair
to-
exchange.
Yeah, that's a fair trade, and they make a little bit extra out of it. So.
So wait, you
I think
said
it's a good
6
idea, and I don't
rations?
think a roll is necessary for that. I think they say that seems a reasonable trade. We caught this elk. Its mother was eaten by a spider up the ways.
And I sense he just like chimes in with, well, we also need a pack to carry it in. So I'm like driving for us to get more.
Yeah. I sort of like hoist the sack in my hand.
Well,
and
you can-
then I just like drop it on the ground and I say, as you can see, we've lost our own packs. And then like I casually rest my shield arm on the flail at my side.
Yeah.
And I just say, we've had a rough time.
They see. So you throw your pack to your side, right?
Yeah, I just like drop it on the side
Your
so
pack-
that my right hand is free.
Your pack was chewed, and then it was recovered with parts of the undertree strings and stuff, right?
Oh, those are my pack.
Oh, that's
yeah.
just your
Maybe-
pack. That's okay. That's
It's
just
my
your
sack
pack and
that I'm
not.
dropping.
He just has a
Got
sack
it.
in his
Oh,
bag.
oh, okay. Ooh.
But yeah, they have had a chance to like see my backpack and it's like very ostentatiously got all of these like weird
So-
druidic things on it.
We do pity you. It seems like you are a little bit of a worse for wear, but listen, we will be willing to give you this elk as is for that mirror. Mechanically, that is clear enough. That elk is enough for 6 rations, easy. In addition, you can skin it and basically kind of make a sack out of its skin if you needed something like that. But yeah, we don't not have anything to carry for you, but I'm sure that the skin of this elk would be fine. Just take some time and get it going. Do you need?
Yes,
do you
and
need
why
a-
don't I start a whole industry here and create a trading post down the way? This is not a practical trade. We need something in which to carry the goods. We are not on horses like you. We do not have these conveniences. So basically, like, long story short, I feel like I am
need a sack?
helping Ermintrude haggle to get us a good deal instead of just a fair exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that
I
sounds
want to
fair.
come out ahead.
Yeah. Let's come out ahead here. Okay. Now let's hit the dice. 'Cause
All
based,
right.
based on this, I think that's how they'll respond differently.
When I rolled my orate, did that advance the grind?
It did.
Okay, so we're currently at 2.
No,
Yeah.
you're actually at 1.
No, because we were at 3
You were-
to start the day.
You were at 3 to start, and then after the health test, it
We did
advanced
the health
1.
test to put us at 2, and then, okay, yeah, so we would be at 1.
Orate at 1.
But we all have water, so we can deal
True.
with him thirsty.
True. It's true.
So I'm testing haggle. My ability rating is what's the ob? I forget when I'm supposed to ask that question or when I'm allowed to ask that
I think
question.
it's like when you commit to making the test, right?
It seems like we're ready to commit to doing this. So let's figure out the haggle modifier here. So it sounds like Eisensee is leading it though, right?
No.
No,
Oh, no?
Ermintrude's doing the haggling. I'm just helping with Manipulator.
Okay. Well, all right, that's fair. I
I'm
can
being
see
the
how
bad
that
cop,
I
but
could see how that works.
Ermintrude's totally.
But it
running the show.
but it definitely seemed like you were the person gunning for it. In the future, could you perhaps say, like, you want to do that, but then nod to Eisensee or Ermintrude and be like, be the haggler person for it?
Well, she was outlining like the value of the mirror and all this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's true. That's totally true.
Instead the
Oh
deal,
yeah,
I
you
was
did
just like-
literally like the Price is Right advertising of this mirror really hard, right?
And
Yeah,
then
okay,
I'm just here
great.
to like
Let's do
be
it.
the asshole who's prodding for just that little bit more.
Yeah. No, they're interested in a mirror. So I think this is going to be. it's okay. Technically, it's used exclusively in town, but I'm gonna let it slide here. Let's do a versus test, and they're untrained, so
Okay.
Running around in circles.
but they're helping each other.
They would. So I have 1 die of help from Isensi. Can I take a die from my shrewd appraisal wise?
Oh yeah.
Do I have anything else that would?
Triss, you're crushing it. You have the skills to pay the bills today. Everything. This is unintentional, but yeah, you're outfitted.
You
for this.
are gonna jinx the shit out of me.
Yeah. So this is yeah. So you're haggling, right?
Yes.
Cool. And yeah, they're gonna beginner's luck test haggle.
I'm just making sure I don't have anything else.
Oh wait. Are you the one doing it? You're the one doing the test.
Yeah.
If you're doing the test, you can't be the one who benefits from the wise. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. So just
Yeah.
1 die of help.
Yeah. Sorry.
Does anybody else have anything that would be useful?
Nope.
Unless Barbosa is intimidating them.
Yeah.
With this whole
I
like
don't even have
dropping the bag, keeping his flail at the ready.
Well.
But if you don't have manipulator, then you can't intimidate them. So
Yep.
Okay.
Good. I mean, I don't want to tell you how to play or anything but like a possible option, you could help with your nature,
Yeah.
demanding, being like, no, you want to trade with us or something.
I don't know. Like,
But if that doesn't seem right, then don't do it. Yeah, I trust.
I feel like she's got a lot of advantage here over these poor beginners luckers.
Yeah.
I think I'm willing to just sit back and play second fiddle to Ermintrude.
Okay. So I'm rolling 3 die, and the ob is 0 for a versus test.
Technically yes, but it's going to be the ob is going to be equal to half of the number of successes that I get. Basically.
yeah, but you just
Okay.
input 0 for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you
There we
ready?
go. Yep.
3,
Going.
2, 1, go. Okay. Yeah, I got
Damn,
destroyed. Yeah, that's right. I'm getting all the dice out of the way, all the bad dice
I
out of
didn't
the way
realize that
early.
these were a couple of pigeons.
Yeah.
You might not even get the mirror. What the hell?
We see that they're
Take them,
completely
run them for everything they've got.
murder them.
They take pity on you.
Just be like, oh yeah, and we got these beans are magic.
They take pity on you. They they mention to each other. You know what they say? So this gets said in subtitles because you guys don't know Traveler, but they
Yeah.
mention, honey, just give them this. Just give them the pack. It doesn't matter. They're gonna die up there anyways, wherever they're going. These guys aren't gonna last long at all. We'll come back and pick up stuff later.
Yeah, they'll just like scav our remains later.
These and I think you guys pick up the last part about what they say. Maybe
Right.
just subconsciously they mention these guys couldn't even fend off some rats.
Nice. Yeah, of course.
So that's and they so they mention
Those
okay,
rats
so-
cheated.
Sure.
so they show us this mirror, right? You show us the mirror, and I believe the older gentleman like kind of goes into like a story, being like, there's my people. When we find people on the road who are also travelers in need, and they kind of tell a story of like the Good Samaritan kind of thing, and they give you the elk for the mirror, and then they're like, here's something else then to help you out on your way, and they hand you a fresh backpack. So you have a backpack. They just move their stuff into a sack. So
Damn right.
it's okay.
So-
They'll-
I'm like, as we're like exchanging items, I'm like, so you say a spider ate one of these creatures?
ate its mother, yeah.
How big?
It was in shock. It's the only way we could have cut up with this thing.
I kind of look at my companions and I say, are surface spiders normally able to consume whatever this land creature is? And I gesture at the elk.
No. This land is cursed. These are dark spiders. Foul magic.
Dork spiders.
And I just kind of squint and I say, there's something about the wildlife in this area. They're unusually canny.
I agree. It is the foul magics beneath the earth,
Aye.
stoking them to fury.
This one knows.
This pack.
I take a deep breath and I exhale. I say, yes, I will wear the pack.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I pick up the sack that I dropped on the ground with the thieves' tools in it, and I hoist it back into my hand. And I say, "Thank you for your help, travelers. May you have safe and hale travels to your destination."
Yeah. They mention, if you guys ever make your way up to Everfair, do yourself a favor and find my friend Vincenzi.
Vincenzi.
Pray tell why we would care to meet this Vincenzi the Double.
You guys seem like good folk. He could hook you up with some good deals.
What does he sell?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, much like yourselves.
I'm just like, he's a fence, you idiots.
I appreciate the advice.
Safe travels.
Yep. Well, they're going to be hanging out here. It's you guys are the ones who are heading off to the Spider Peaks.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Okay.
We take a moment to just like butcher this young elk and stuff it in some of these bloody hunks of meat into the backpack, like wrapped in its skin.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Well,
be on our way.
everybody is hungry and thirsty.
Drink my water.
I drink
Okay.
my water.
I do that thing as well.
Okay. And you have a chance to fill it up too while you're
Yeah,
around.
we'll do that. Yeah, like we just like drink from the stream. and
Okay.
go on
Yeah.
our way.
So I am now wearing a backpack, 2 slots on my torso, and I have 6 fresh rations in that backpack.
Yeah, so what the hell are you guys, are you going to spend some time now to like cut up and butcher up this animal for some rations?
Yeah, I think we have
kinda
to.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then that's something that you would probably have to do at camp. Well, if you want to take time now to do it, you could.
I mean, we don't
I don't
have
think we have checks. Yeah.
I think it's like we cut it up, but we don't like smoke it or anything like that. That's the sort of thing
Okay.
we do overnight.
Okay.
I
Just a
literally
big
just have
bloody
this
hunt.
like.
So yeah, you just have bloody
pack on my
chunks.
back.
Okay. You're just keeping bloody chunks of meat in your backpack. Nothing can go
Brand
wrong.
new backpack.
Yeah, nothing can go wrong doing that. Going into the wilderness, just carrying chunks of raw meat. I don't know. You're fine.
Fine.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, so to get us up to the next part here, I need somebody to do. So you're gonna carry this extra stuff. You're gonna just make it for the Spider Peak. Go ahead and give me a Pathfinder roll or something. As you
Yeah,
guys
I can get us there.
simulate the travel and to get you guys up there.
I assist with Scout, as per usual. I'm sorry for my sniffling stream. I can't. help
Oh,
it.
you're okay.
Dogs.
Yeah. Okay.
Dogs.
Yes, I think assisting with Scout would be very useful here. So this would be an Ob 4 test.
And would you say that this is
To
a
get to
magical
Spider Peak.
place?
Is this a magical place? Yeah.
There's some-
the closer you
some-
get to Spider Peak, yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm going to use my wizard sight trait against myself here.
Mm.
And I think what that looks like is that I'm using my like little pendulum and stuff to guide us around, and it keeps getting pulled in these, like it's reacting to all these magical like currents and stuff in the area, and getting like I feel like I'm getting thrown off because I'm too in tune with all the magic shit, and it's messing with my game.
Dig it.
Okay. So it cancels out Ermintrude's wonderful help, and it's an Ob 4 test.
Correct.
I'll probably succeed with these 3 dice.
Of course.
Oh, it didn't go. Hold on.
I think while Isensi is like hesitating over their crystal, Ermintrude is like, I'm waiting to guide them away from trees and stuff, and I sense it's just kind of like, why can't I figure out where to go? And I'm like,
Would you like to spend?
this pack is gonna start smelling. What's taking so long?
Would you
Yeah,
like to
and
spend?
I'm gonna spend a fate
Reroll 2 of those 6s.
to roll those 2 6s again. And is it roll exclamation mark or
Yes.
2d6 with an exclamation mark after it to get the?
I think it's exclamation point at the end of it. Yeah.
Okay, I get 3 successes.
Okay. Not quite good enough then to get there uneventfully. So then we're gonna show a little bit of a montage of you guys going down the stream. The sounds.
Yeah, like at some point we have to.
You guys make it up to. You guys are making your way to the peaks, and what we're going to have here is obviously the howls of wolves as you guys make it further and closer to these peaks, attracted to the scent of the meat in your backpacks. You guys are going to be beset upon by a small pack of wolves, but I think we're going to start that right after break. So we're getting ready to go to our first break, and I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about what we're going to be doing over the break and what chat can be doing with us. So if you guys, so if you guys haven't seen the last episode, during the first break, I have a couple symbols that are kind of sort of like tarot kind of ideas, like they're constellations that are going to sort of influence the game. I'm going to be using the symbols here to pepper twists and types of conditions and things that the players can uncover and things that can kind of sort of like happen. Basically just inspirational material for me as a GM for spicing up each session based on what you guys want to do, chat. So there's going to be 3 options. I'm going to create a straw poll, and to give you guys a quick idea of the 3 different options, I'm going to use the same ones from last week just as a starter. The first one's the horse, and the horse is about physical hardship, earth, fire, the dangers and scariness of like physical things. The next one is the copperhead, which is about deception, trickeries, poison, overconfidence. And the last one is the goat, which is about strange, spooky magic and things that should not be. So those are kind of the 3 things. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and create a straw poll real quick as we get ready to go to our first break, and we'll see what happens. So thank you guys.